Hi everyone, it's Cass. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm bringing to you a very fun, currently inked video for the month of January 2024. And that is because January is my birthday month. So it's just a fun time for me. And I have a very small birthday haul to include in this video just to show you the two things that I added to my fountain pen life for me turning 37, basically. So yeah, just a quick look at what we have currently inked up here, and we can kind of go over my selections. So the very first thing that I want to go over is my very small birthday haul. If you recall from my fountain pen collection video, I picked up two very high ticket fountain pens, and that was kind of like what I'd been saving up for all year for fountain pen day. And so when I have that happen, it's tough because my birthday falls like really close to the holiday season. So like, do I save money for birthday or do I save money for all those holiday sales? This year I opted to go for the holiday sale. So I went very light on the birthday extravaganza, but I did want to add at least one birthday pen to the collection this year. So, do you see it? Didn't I say I would have to work very hard to resist getting the Twsbi Eco Rose Gold Creme? Apparently I didn't resist very hard because I've officially added it to my collection. I love me a Twsbi Eco, and now I have the white rose gold and the cream rose gold, creme rose gold. I don't know how they're going with the pronunciation here, like that. There's the white and the cream for you. You can see the color difference when they're side by side. And you want to know what? When I was cleaning my fountain pens, and when I was inking everything up, I had to clean out some other ones and deciding what I wanted to go for birthday month. I put these two next to each other. Oh my gosh. How good does that look? That's a fun combo. Do I want to promote consumerism? Not particularly, but if you do want to add the cream to a collection where you already have a white, it looks good. They look good together. There's a place and time for each of them. I don't see why you couldn't have them both. But anyways, I saw that and that looked awesome. All right, so that was birthday item number 1. And then birthday item number 2 was I picked up a new case from Rickshaw. This is the Model R. This is a Sinclair Model R from Rickshaw. And they make my favorite pen cases. I now have quite the Rickshaw collection. And I don't know if I've been hinting before, but I really want to do like a video of all of my pen cases. So that way I can kind of give you my impressions on just like securing and protecting your fountain pens and taking them everywhere with you. And honestly, it's the Rickshaw that has like shot straight to the top of my heart because it's such a slim profile. And when I take my fountain pens to work, like I am a high maintenance individual, but I don't love it when my items are high maintenance. And this is like the definition of like, it protects it without being too precious, where I can just like throw it in my work bag and I know that my items are safe and secure. So I opted for this one. This is like a brown herringbone. It's a Goulet Pens exclusive color, and it's got the neon orange on the inside. And when I first was like purchasing my very first Rickshaw, it was just the plain black model. I think I've shown that on the channel before. It was the black and the blue. I basically didn't think I would like this, but seeing this in person, it looks good with like all of my brown journals. So yeah, it's a lovely item. And so I wanted both of these to join me for my birthday. There we go. Okay, so let's get to the currently inked. Now I wanted to start in this order. This was my original birthday pen 4 years ago now. Was it 2021? So 3 years ago now. 3 years ago, the fountain pen that did it all, that brought me back into the hobby. The Twsbi Eco Jade with a fine nib. And I also purchased the Pilot Iroshizuku Fuyu Shogun at the same exact time. And they have been like my tried and true combination that I've loved going back to over and over and over again. And I purchased that for my birthday. Like that was like my pandemic birthday basically. And so because it's birthday month, I thought, you know what, let's ink up the Old Faithful and go with that combination. So that really drove my decision in terms of the rest of the color palette. As you can see, I went very light, very pastel where I could, and at least this first portion of the currently inked is like very much like a gray blue wintry mix. I actually like really got sick of like the dark, bold, saturated colors over the holiday season. I was like, I'm done. I don't want any dark colors. It's a brand new year. It's birthday month. Let's go bright and cheerful and happy. And I went with this like really pastel muted color palette, which it just surprised me how much fun I'm having with them, because I don't write with pastel inks as often as I do the dark inks. So you can't have a pastel color palette without this next ink. So I inked up my Jinhao 100. This is my dupe for the Montegrappa Elmo in the color Marshmallow. This is a Jinhao 100 in the color Colorful. And this has a fine nib. This is what it looks like. You know, Jinhao nib. I might replace the Jinhao nibs on my Jinhaos with something better, but for now, I mean, I don't have any real deep complaints about it. But I inked it up with Sailor Manyo Neko Yanagi. You can't have a pastel palette without a Sailor Manyo Neko Yanagi or a Sailor Manyo Haha, which is why I inked both of my very, like, the sheening inks up. They've got multi-tones to them. It can be blue, it can be purple for Sailor Manyo Haha in the Coveco Collection Sport Iridescent Pearl. It might have some greens to it. I mean, what a pair. First of all, these two, but then to add it with that gray, that's like winter personified in a fountain pen, or winter inkified in a fountain pen, if you will. And I can't seem to break up the duo of the iridescent Coveco Sport, the iridescent Pearl, with Sailor Manyo Haha. Because, like, if Sailor Manyo Haha was a pen, it would be this pen. They're, like, the exact same color. This isn't a fine nib. Fun story, this was actually my very first Coveco. It's so cute. So cute. And this is also, like, winter in a pen. Winter in a pen. I live in Texas. I no longer live in a place that snows, so I have to get my wintry colors where I can. Okay, then I decided I was going to have a little fun, and that's where Candy Nougat comes in. I have the Little Pen Designs Acadia pen. The color is Candy Nougat Purple, because there's two purple, there's like the purple end cap, and then when you open it, your grip is going to be in the purple as well. Basically, this is... because I had this colorful pen going, I might as well get this colorful pen out. And so I decided to test it with the Ferris Wheel Press in Blue Yosemite Falls. And I was nervous of, like, am I going to have too similar of a blue palette going on, especially with this gray? And when I put the two of them next to each other, I really think there's like enough of a distinction between the two. And then this one with its like additional special properties to it, it's a vastly different ink than this one, even though Sailor Manyo Haha might pull in some of the same like teal colors the way that Blue Yosemite Falls does. This is my first time with this color ink, and this color ink I think was launched with like a wintry set. So it's perfect to go along with it. And I think it does a nice job of like pulling in those like little blue moments from that pen, and that's super fun. I wouldn't do much letter writing with these 3 colors. I would with my Fuyu Syogun. That ink just like has never disappointed me and made me a fan of gray inks. These ones might be a little too light. They're definitely like my work notebook kind of knock around pens right now, and just having fun playing with colors. Then that brought me to my Laban 325 in Sakura, because I wanted to have a pink ink, and by me inking up mid-month, I'm gonna have this pink through February for sure. So I definitely like filled this pen to the brim and like made sure that I was in the mood for pink, and with Valentine's coming up, that's the pen that I chose. The first time that I inked up this Laban 325, I knew I wanted this like really delicate pink color. It's very pretty, and I don't have a lot of pens that are like this light in color. So the first time that I inked this up, I paired it up with a teal ink, and that was just like the wrong move. Even though like pink and teal go together, it was the wrong move. It should have been a pink ink from the beginning, from the very first time that I inked this pen up. So I have now rectified my mistake and now have a pink ink inside this pink pen, and they're beautiful, striking. I took like 5 whole pages of notes yesterday in a work meeting with this one, and Pilot Roshizuku Kosumosu is stunning. That brings me to this year's birthday pen. I originally was going to stop at these 5, because like if you cover those 2 up, if you look at these 5, that makes like a very cohesive color palette, kind of Barbie-like, right? That was also like unintentional, but it was definitely Barbie. But then I was like, you got to ink up your new birthday pen. So that's where I went and grabbed my Diamine by Cult Pens exclusive. It's the 7 Wonders of the World ink, and the color is Petra. And I haven't had a chance to play around with Petra very much, and the only reason why I was drawn to it is because I wanted to keep the whole color palette still very, very light. Kosumosu is definitely the brightest of everything that I had, but I wanted still some more muted colors because I was really feeling these. I thought might as well keep the whole January theme of these muted colors going. And so this is like a very muted pastel terracotta. And I think it looks great inside that creme rose gold. I think this is a good, smart match if you like, pairing up colors to match with your fountain pens, as clearly I'm one of those people. And then I reignited my love then for the Great Wall of China, which was in the Diamine Cult Pens collaboration 7 Wonders of the World collection. The Great Wall of China was this jade green that I haven't gotten to play with because I've been playing with all of like my super vivid greens. I thought, why not? Let's just ink it up together. So like these 2 make a cool combo. These 2 make a cool combo. I could even do the pink and the green. I could even do Sailor Manuhaha with that one. These 2 could be fun together. These 2 could be fun. These 2 could, like, they really do all go together, like when you kind of like play around with your different color combos. And I did something interesting here. This is my Esterbrook Esty, and this is the color Sea Glass. And I did a little nib switcheroo. So when I purchased this Esterbrook Esty, I originally purchased it as a broad nib. I don't love the broad nib because it's just too wet for me, and I'm really at home in a fine, personally a fine in the Esterbrook line. But I'm more at home in medium nibs, just like overall. So I did a little swap, and I put the broad nib on my Esterbrook Esty in Rainforest and just swapped the 2 nibs. So I took the medium nib from the Rainforest and put the broad nib from the Sea Glass onto my Rainforest. So that's what I have going right now. This combination I think is super cool. I think they go really well together, and it pulls out these just like wonderful, soft, delicate colors in this Sea Glass. This was like the Esterbrook Esty pen that like really brought me to the brand to like discover them. And it's so gorgeous. Oh, I love it. Okay, so I'm looking here. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the 7 pens that I have inked up are fine nibs, and then only 2 are medium. That is wild. It typically doesn't go that way for me. Typically, I have more mediums inked up than I do fine. So that's funny. But I have, like, my favorite nib size in the Twsbi Eco is the fine. So when I purchased this birthday pen, I had to get it in a fine because that's just like my preferred size in the Twsbi Eco. And then look at, let's see if I can cover this up. Here's the black pen that I always have inked up. That's my Twsbi Mini in black. But look at the medium. Maybe this is better. Let's take these off. Okay, hopefully these are better pictures of those colors for you. So you can see the Diamine Great Wall of China and Petra. Again, those were Cult Pens exclusives. Look at the difference between the medium nib on that Esterbrook SD and the Le Bon 325. The Le Bon 325 medium nib's quite fat. And then these two. Ferris Wheel Press, Blue Yosemite Falls, Sailor Manyo Haha, Sailor Manyo Neko Yanagi, and then my tried and true Pilot Roshizuku Fuyu Syogun. All right, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you liked what I have. Like this color combo was not what I was expecting to ink up for the month of January, but I just got into the birthday spirit. I wanted to have some fun. I wanted to have some color. I was over the dark colors that I had been playing with all throughout the fall and winter. And even though it's still winter, I was like, you know what, new year, time to give myself a little bit of a visual change. And I went this route, which is just so unexpected. I don't think I've done this many light colors in one like monthly currently inked in ever. I don't know. And of course, you know, like, comment, and subscribe. That always helps my videos, and it really helps my channel to grow and lets me know what you are interested in watching for the year of 2024. I'm so excited for us to play with our fountain pens this year. All right, you know how these videos end. I'll talk to you later. Bye.